Hi, my name's Jason Williams. I'm from the Fintech and Payments Power 50. We're here at Money 2020 Europe, and today I'm joined by Jonathan. Can you introduce yourself?
Of course. I'm Jonathan Greenland from Mangopay, the Strategic Accounts Sales Director, based out of London, and I'm here out Money 2020.
Great. So Jonathan, can you tell me a little bit more about Mangopay and what its mission is?
So Mangopay is a fintech, electronic money institution. We enable platforms to build complex wallet infrastructures to allow money movement from collection to conversion and paying out.
Okay, fantastic. So we're at Money 2020 Europe. Has there been sort of any topics that have caught your eye since you've been here?
So I wish I'd have been able to go to more of the talk so far, but the diary has been pretty busy. We've got a panel discussion with one of our leaders here this week. So later on, we'll definitely be heading to that. But what I have noticed is that there is a bit of a shift. More businesses around the crypto space. There's more of a press towards wallet first based businesses like Mangopay. And I'm really enjoying seeing the transition and the growth from the market and how people are perceiving both crypto payments, but also how businesses are starting to understand more about the complexities of money movement and using wallets as the way of tackling that.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about the wallet infrastructure, what it is and why it's becoming important for platforms today?
So I guess how I perceive it is that there has been a major shift in the way that businesses operate. So you've got SaaS businesses and SaaS platforms which are now looking at how do we enhance our customer experience? How do we give more back to our customers and our merchants? And how do we start to monetize that a little bit more? So with that, the shift has started to look at, how do we enable EMIs? How do we enable our platforms to own more of the payment infrastructure? So using a wallet is a perfect way to start that because it allows you to work with financial institutions like Mangopay and start building more complexity into your product. So that could be using a fees wallet, building more of an ability for your customers to onboard and KYC with you as you typically would have done, but then start to own the payment within the SaaS solution, be that for travel, be that for salon management, be that for fintechs like you see here. Yeah. And to take the payment, to enable the merchant that sits underneath that SaaS business to start splitting out fees. So that could be tipping, it could be just owning the payment flow itself, and then start distributing to third-party bank accounts and typical banking institutions that you know and love, but also allow the payment to sit within the infrastructure that you're using.
Yeah, indeed. What kind of experiences can platforms create by using wallets?
So, great question. One that comes to mind is it's similar to what I just mentioned. So I guess if you take a salon, we all go and get our haircuts, we get our beards trimmed. There's even a nail salon here, right? And what that could mean is that the nail salon now can manage its payroll within the platform. It can now manage its tipping within the platform. I guess in the UK and Ireland, we're now starting to see that there is a government push to start protecting tips for staff. And so what we're able to do then is take the single transaction, split that into multi parties. So that could be the hairdresser or the nail manicurist. It could mean that I could then pay the fees for the actual haircut itself, and then manage my payroll additionally from that single platform. So it's about reducing the amount of platforms that you need to touch and making or taking the complexity away from the platform that needs to build that experience itself. Yeah. So I see my tips, I see my payment, I see everything within one house.
So you recently released a report on wallets. Can you tell us some of the most interesting findings from that report?
Yeah, so one of the things that I find most engaging within that report is that platforms themselves, they do want to take ownership of the payment, and they do want to provide their customers with an enhanced experience. And so when you're thinking about how we can, or what the report ultimately allows you to see there, is that you've already got 43% of platforms starting to use these types of payment infrastructures within the platforms that they're providing as well. So it's not only that there's a hypothesis, we're actually seeing the results behind it and starting to drive the adoption of payments within some of the solutions that we're providing.
So at the second day of Money 2020 Europe, how was your first day, and what are you looking forward to on the second day?
I'm really enjoying the conversations I'm having. I think there is a real emphasis on driving adoption within product. And I guess that does allow me to speak what I'm passionate about, which is embedded finance. It's helping platforms based on the experiences that I've had already to take more ownership, to use our APIs, and to also challenge us. You know, how can we make this better? How can we push our product to the next level? And that's what I've been really encouraged to see, is that we're starting to have more and more of these conversations. And I guess it goes back to what we mentioned earlier. There is definitely more of a shift towards embedded finance and creating that adoption. So that's what I'm enjoying the most. And what I'm looking forward to from this point onwards is having more of those conversations, but also having, I guess, more engagements with some of my old teams from different companies, seeing a bit more about the journeys that they've been on. And I guess that's the reason why I love Money 2020. There's a great way for me to rub elbows with people that I'm interested in speaking with, and those that I've been on journeys with already, which has been really exciting to see, and that's the reason why I love coming here.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much.